like I say, one of the things that I say, I feel sorry for the rest of the world. Actually, a lot of people say they feel sorry for me. It's like no, 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 no. I am known about. I am Lucifer Star of Lucifer Star Line, and I am known about, and I am the creator. And enough people knew about me that basically a lot of the shit that most people have to face every day is non-existent for me. Like I say, most people they go to school. You guys sell drugs for us, or you're gonna die. Or baby, you're ours now. That is everyday life in school, basically, pretty much for depending on the community you're in, but basically that's everyday life for most people that are just like unknown normal people. That's how life is. It started a long time ago, but basically, a lot of these other shit groups run around and they basically grab people and they force people to sell drugs for them, or they're gonna kill your mama, they're gonna kill your daddy, and they're gonna kill you. And that's the way it is on the streets, boy. And if you're just a no one, then you will face this, and this will be your life. And then you will sell drugs for them, you will sell whatever for them, you will do whatever that they ask, or they will kill your parents and then they will kill you. And these people could be anyone from the cops to basically some black guy to someone else. So, and this is the problem that a lot of my civilizations face. And this is a reality, what most people call the reality of real world life, basically. Is basically you have one of these shitheads walking up to you, and he's got a gun in his back pocket, and he might be tipping off the police, or maybe the police don't know about it. Basically, until he shoots someone, pretty much, no one knows who he is. So, and he's being paid by somebody else, and then he's going and recruiting at the schools or whatever. Anyway, it's something that the teachers have to face, and something that a lot of people have had to face back in the 1920s. It's something that did not happen in Germany and a lot of the other places. A lot of the places where I'm at, that you don't see this kind of stuff, but you do see this kind of stuff in third world countries and a lot of other places, because a lot of these people, they got guns and they don't care. They'll shoot you. They'll shoot your mama. They'll shoot you and then they'll rape your mama, and shoot your daddy and torture your daddy, and then they'll rape your sister and anyone else that they can. And they got drugs and they got guns, and they basically run around civilization, basically causing a problem for everyone. And eventually they get tanked or something else and other stuff. And basically they're shit with legs. And shit with legs can be white, it can be black. It doesn't really matter. It's basically people that really have they're shit themselves, and basically they're tired of struggling or tired of the normal life, and they've decided to try the easy way, which is basically you grab someone who isn't affiliated and isn't known about. He doesn't go to church. He doesn't belong to any church. Like most churches, they actually have guns or have real world ties to police departments and everything else. Most churches are actually great big huge houses of financial might that can basically stop, or basically, and if you go to the police sometimes and you're a no one, the police will be like, yeah, right, didn't really happen. That's George Seamont. He's the third most ranking whatever, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, give me some more money. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. He's a king. Yeah, he's a king. Yeah. Give me some more money. Oh, yeah. He's a supreme leader. What am I talking about? And you go to most places, and this happens all every day, everywhere. And where the cops are like, yeah, right, this never happened to you. And then they push you out the door. And then Mr. George Seamont finds out about it and goes, I told you not to say anything about it. No, no. Yeah, and that's George Seamont or some. He's not really a real person, but basically, this is what my schools actually do face. Anyway, people would say, "Oh my God," but you would think that you don't know about this because it's not in the media. No one ever hears about this. And it's basically what happens, what a lot of people do, because they can yell and they can scare little kids, and they like to do it a lot. and basically and they can use their fist, and that's not really necessarily a crime, and they can bang you around real good. Um, before anybody will believe you. You know, when you start showing welts and black eyes and stuff like that, they might actually believe you. But until then, it's just like, no, oh yeah, no one ever hurt that kid. No. Here, give me some more money. You know, and basically humanity is shit. A lot of humanity is shit. Like I said, if you're wearing a star badge, and you're taking money and basically like hurting these little kids, then you're shit, and I hope they shoot you in the head. And basically this happens everywhere. It happens in third world countries. It happens in America. It happens everywhere. And it gets a pandemic event sometime in the past. And it's been going on a long time. You know, and they'll cut off your food. They'll make sure you don't go to work. They'll cut off your family. They'll cut off anyone. And it's what's known as the Kennedy or Nixon problem or whatever. But anyway, for a normal peon, this happens every day. Like I said, I'm the richest, most powerful person in the whole universe. Anyway, and realistically, if I did start shooting people and steal a car, no one would probably say a word about it. I might go to jail because a lot of people have been trying to lock me up or kill me this whole entire time. Like I said, Kennedy got a little further by actually getting me in a coma. And it wasn't really Kennedy, it was JFK. So, anyway, these people are horrible people. And they exist in the world. And they run around and they put upon cute reporters. They put upon everyone and anyone. And if you write a bad story about them, you know, you're more than dead. So, anyway, and they go around civilization and stuff like that, and they go around to small communities where they can lean on old people or lean on young kids, and they basically do this. And this goes around in Ireland. It's everywhere. It's like a pandemic. You know, these people, they just go from town to town, pushing on people as much as they can. And basically, in China, though, China is one of the few places where the Chinese Empire is big enough and strong enough where it's like, no, no, you're not. And even they get pressed upon. Yeah, these people, they have guns and they have little secret groups, and they're psycho killers, basically. And they go around and they do this, and basically they don't go to work, they don't do anything. They just say, yeah, baby, I got it all. I got a factory, yeah. Yeah, and they make people think that they're rich and stuff like that. But realistically, it's got like 3,000 guys in the back with guns, and they just go around shooting police officers or whatever. But eventually, like I say, it's one of the reasons why I give authorization for police officers or police departments to have SWAT teams, because like, well, we're basically going up against military grade weapons, so they're gonna need some too. So basically, I issued the okay for pretty much for cities to have SWAT teams. And these SWAT teams are sometimes they get taken over by bad groups, and sometimes they're just people that they just don't want to be put upon by these other groups. Anyway, and these other groups, you know, they run around civilization and they put upon people, and they basically just get guns, and pretty much, you know, that's one of the reasons why we have taxes and everything else, is for the more real world thing and not the jail part. The more real world thing, that these people would be doing more damage to our civilization if we didn't have people with guns that were highly trained and highly paid to take care of these people. Because these other people are, you know, they're not highly trained or highly but they'll get guns, and then once they get guns, they'll do as much damage as they can in a town or city, and they'll just go from the bank to the car dealership to the next town over, and then go to the bank and the car dealership in the next town over. And they'll just do this, and they do this again and again and again until someone puts a bullet in their head. So, anyway, and that's basically rampant around my civilization and around everywhere. And they're no ones, basically. And they just, you know, they just want the fast way. And all this stuff is basically kept from, like I said, I would be more dead except for the fact that, you know, anyway. Anyway, I mean, I had time travel coming up. I mean, I fought a time war, literally a time war, where they're going to try and make me not be born, but that's just not possible because of lots of different things. So, anyway, these people will reach pandemic epicness at some point in time, and I'm pretty much almost the only one that can be like, I'm going to stop you, the superstar. So, anyway, and I am that powerful. That's uploading time. There's an epic smackdown about 50 trillion years ago or something like that. I do epic smackdown to a lot of these groups.